So you're telling me that if 100 rulers destroy their wings, one will claim the Storian's powers? Sophie prompted. Lion's Mane will become the new Storian. Anything one waits with it will come true, no matter how evil. He can kill me with a pen stroke. He can kill all of us. He'll be invincible. That's what Satur's prophecy says, Agatha replied. But plenty of leaders still have their wings, said Sophie. They challenged the lion at the council meeting. Not everyone is ready to declare war on the school. After what we just did on the battlefield, they may change, Agatha muttered. Wait a second. Robin has a king, Sophie exclaimed. At the meeting, he flashed it at me. That means we are safe. He'll never burn it. Must have been a fake or you saw wrong. Sherwood Forest isn't an official kingdom, Agatha dismissed. First year geography test in Saturn's class. Remember, Robin can't have a wing. Besides Sophie deflected, doubting her memory. So there's no one I can count on? No leader who will hold the line? Agatha gave her an empty look. How badly was Ryan beaten by his men? Sophie asked, trying to sound helpful. There were a lot of them. Maybe his... Snakes don't lie that easy, said Agatha. Speaking of snakes, you said Japheth used you for your blood. Your blood heals him, but not Ryan. Sophie shook her head. But they're twins, said Agatha. How can you heal one and not the other? The more important question is, what they'll do with the Storian's powers if they get them, said Sophie. I heard one say there's something specific Japheth wants, something they both want, and it can only happen when the last wing is discharged. Her eyes widened. Wait, Ryan said something to me. The night I had dinner with him. That's the day would come when the one true king would rule forever. That it would come sooner than I thought. Then our wedding would bring everyone together. Your wedding? Said Agatha. He said it to the Mistral sisters too. That they had to keep the kingdoms on his side until the wedding. Sophie paused. So I must be part of this also. Whatever Ryan's planning to do with the Storian's powers. He needs me as his queen. Agatha moved the sofa. And he said a plan picked at you? Sophie nodded. Doesn't make the slightest sense. More widows, Agatha agreed. But if Ryan needs you for his plan, one thing's for sure. She looked at her best friend. He's coming for you. Sophie pouted. They didn't speak for a moment. No Dauphin, no lasso, no way to Merlin, said Agatha finally, almost to herself. We need help, Sophie. Almost there, said Sophie vaguely. Agatha peered at her. You smell funny, like you rolled around in dirt. If Agatha expected a retort, it didn't come. Instead, Sophie just sighed. Agatha glanced back at Tetsu's head both, listening to everything the girls had endured while he was in prison. With doubts asserted, he trembled as a cold gust knifed through his painted breast thinning. An arm draped across his bruised back, and he looked up as Agatha pulled him into his warmth. Then Sophie flanked the Tetsu from the other side, coaxing him into her chest. Tetsu didn't resist, as if what he heard of their troubles had humbled him. Little by little, his body stopped shivering as the two girls sheltered him the rest of the way. The Saurian has to survive. The woods have to survive, Tetsuo said finally. And the only way you'll survive is if I take back my throne. Ryan won't rest until every last wing is destroyed. I have to stop him myself. I have to defeat him once and for all. Tetsuo, you can barely walk, said Agatha. You have no sword, no support in the woods, and no way to get near Ryan without his brother or his man killing you first. You don't even have a shot. Right now, we need a place to hide. And here we are, said Sophie, stopping suddenly. She stood over a tree stump swarming with fireflies, blinking orange in the dark. This is it, she said, relieved. Only place in the woods will be safe. Agatha peered at the stump. Horses thundered somewhere nearby, this time layered with voices. You're joking, I hope, said Tetsuo. This was the old Gromland station for the Flower Grant when Groms still had their home in Camelot. They disappeared after my father banished the magic from the kingdom. Trains don't even run here anymore. He scrunched up his nose. Agatha smells it too, a familiar smoky scent like the Earth's tea. Before she could place it, something peeped out of the stump, lit by the fireflies, staring right at her. A turnip. Or rather an upside-down turnip with two blinking eyes and a mouth shaped like an O. Did you say Groms? Asked the turnip. No Groms here. That would be illegal. No Groms allowed in Camelot. But vegetables are definitely allowed. So kindly go on your way and... Tipia, said Sophie. The turnip's eyes started to her. Excuse me? Tipia, she repeated. Well, then, said the turnip, clearing his throat. He ducked out of sight, and the top of stump opened like a lid, revealing a white hole. The sound of horses grew louder. Follow me, said Sophie. She put one foot on the edge of the stump and leaped inside. Agatha looked back through the trees. A sea of torches rushed towards her atop sprinting stallions. Tetsuo was already lunging for the stump, pulling his princess in behind him. Agatha careened head first through darkness, and the top of the stump snapped shut above her. Clinging to her prince's hand, she plummeted until she couldn't hold him any longer, and they ripped apart, twisting in free fall like sands through an hourglass.